everybody. Welcome to Hapkido Live, May edition. We have two special guests. Today I want to introduce my beautiful wife, Jean. She's going to be co-hosting today.
Hello.
And we have a real special guest, Mr. John Schlitt, the former lead singer of Petra, one of the greatest Christian rock bands there ever was. And we'd just like to say, how you doing, John?
Good, buddy. How about you?
We're doing great. I enjoy what the Lord is doing, and you know, He opens these doors, and sometimes we just need to walk through, even though we're scared.
Amen. You know, and actually walk through. If God opens the door, walk through with boldness.
Amen. You know, John, when you're with Petra, and even on your own, and you would tell people that you're a rock musician and you love Jesus, what kind of responses did you get from that?
Well, let's face it, at that time, pretty much the barriers were built. It's funny, mankind has a tendency to build boundaries and then out of comfort just sit behind them without thought. And when I became a Christian, I had been a musician before, and I loved the excitement of rock and roll. To me, rock and roll music was a very exciting music. But when I became a Christian, you know, as a faith Christian, I'm told, no, rock and roll is from hell. You can't like rock and roll anymore.
Right.
So I stopped listening to music for almost 2.5 years. And then someone gave me a Petra record and said, you've got to listen to this record. It sounds just like your old band, but it's Christian. I said, right. But the minute I heard the record, it was called Worse Wider Than. It was, I used the word rock a little loosely because, you know, it was as far as they could go and even be heard in awe. But I couldn't believe it. I was listening to music that I loved, and singing about a subject matter that I loved, using an exciting music form to sing it about an exciting subject. And it was like God right there says, John, this is what it's about. This is why this is why you're a rocker. This is why you're a Christian. And I go, oh my gosh. But God, I've blown it. And I just left it there because at the time, as far as I was concerned, I had sinned too badly in the world, and God could never use me again. So He still had teaching to do in my life. And about 3 years later, about 5 years in the Lord, Bob Hartman called me and said, would you consider singing for Petra? And again, by this time, I'm one of the biggest fans of Petra. But God had also showed me that, see, I had used guilt as a barrier to keep me from doing anything. And God said, John, what sin was it that's greater than the blood of my son?
Amen.
And right there, it freaked me out so much that I just said, oh God, forgive me how prideful I've been. And I was absolutely ready to go out and do what God had in store. And that's about the time Bob called me. And make a long story short, I became part of Petra. And we used a music style that we loved that could relate to the people we were trying to reach. An exciting music form that we sang about an exciting subject.
Well, that's awesome. And you know, God is still using you in a great, mighty way.
I'm available, and God knows it. And do I blow it every day? Absolutely. But I still stay available, and it's amazing how forgiving God can be and is. And it's amazing to watch how He works.
Amen.
John, may I ask if you have any upcoming projects that we could get a sneak peek that you would be working on?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking, actually. I'm trying something brand new. I've never done this before. I'm actually going and asking the folks that have blessed me by using our music for so long, and I am going and saying I have a new project that I want to put together. And I want to ask people to help me out with it, or basically join as a team. And through Kickstarter, which is something that is a new thing to me, on Kickstarter.com, I have people that come in as a team and work financially with me. And if that happens, the greater cause
can't wait to hear it. And once again, we really appreciate you coming and being interviewed on Hapkido Live.
Oh, listen, I appreciate you guys' time and interest. Seriously, without interest from folks like you who believe in what Petra's done and what I've done, it's amazing. We've got to understand we are not lone soldiers. Everything is a team effort. In fact, God chooses us to be His tools. God is God. He can do it Himself, but He chooses to use us, which allows us to be part of His plan. In turn, we help each other, and we become part of the big picture. And I'm excited. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this.
Well, thank you.